You have no idea how many times I've imagined this. His voice breaks on the last word. I haven't noticed another woman since you. Imani's back hits the hallway wall. Christopher Coleman stands inches away, both hands braced on either side of her head, trapping her. His hazel eyes are red-rimmed. Desperate. She should push him away. Should slap him. Should remind him his last name is Coleman, and Coleman men destroy her. But her hands grip his shirt instead. Burgundy silk and white cotton. Her fingers won't let go. Your brother, she whispers. It's not me. Chris leans closer. His forehead almost touches hers. I know this is impossible. I know you hate my family. But Imani, I can't do this anymore. I can't sit across boardroom tables from you and pretend I don't feel this. She can't breathe, can't think. 3 years of walls are cracking. 20 minutes earlier, Imani had walked into Coleman Ventures with her head high and her pitch deck perfect. She'd practiced in the mirror that morning. Professional, cold, detached. She would take Christopher Coleman's money, save her company, and feel nothing. The receptionist led her to the 20th floor, floor-to-ceiling windows. Seattle skyline stretching gray and endless below. Rain streaked the glass. Chris stood when she entered. Charcoal suit, white shirt, no dear. He looked older than 3 years ago, tired, but those hazel eyes still tracked her every movement, like she was the only person in the world. Imani. Her name in his mouth felt too intimate. Mr. Coleman. She sat across from him, opened her laptop. Thank you for seeing me. Chris, please. He didn't sit. Can I get you anything? Coffee? Water? Ay, Rufine. She pulled up her presentation, ignored the way her pulse hammered. Shall we begin? He sat slowly, studied her face. You look good. My company is dying, Mr. Coleman. Your brother made sure of that. Her voice stayed level. Professional. I'm here because you're the only VC in this city willing to meet with me. So, let's skip the pleasantries and talk numbers. Something flickered across his face. Pain, maybe? He nodded. Opened the folder in front of him. She pitched for 15 minutes. Her AI platform, the market gap, the revenue projections. She'd rebuilt everything Marcus stole, made it better, smarter. But without Series B funding, she had 6 months before she'd have to shut down. Chris listened without interrupting. When she finished, he closed the folder. I'll fund you, he said quietly. Full amount. Better terms than you're asking. Her throat tightened. What's the catch? Weekly meetings. I want a board seat. And I want us to work closely on strategy. He leaned forward. Your platform is brilliant, Imani, but you're so focused on proving Marcus wrong that you're missing opportunities. You need someone who sees the bigger picture. Someone like you. The bitterness leaked through. Someone who believes in you. His voice dropped. Someone who's believed in you since the beginning. The air between them shifted. Charged. Imani stood abruptly. I need to think about it. Of course. He stood too. Take all the time you need. She gathered her laptop. Her hand shook slightly. She hated that he probably noticed. Imani. His voice stopped her at the door. I'm not Marcus. She turned. You're his brother. I know what he did to you. Chris moved around the desk. Closer. I know he stole your code. I know he lied about the IP. I tried to stop him. Not hard enough. You're right. He stopped 3 feet away. Close enough she could see the guilt in his eyes. I should have done more. Should have gone public. Should have burned my relationship with him to protect you. I didn't, and I'm sorry. The apology hit her chest. Unexpected. Real. Why now? She asked. Why help me now? Chris's jaw tightened. He looked at her like he was deciding something, wrestling with words that wanted out. Because I can't do this anymore, he said finally. Can't watch you struggle. Can't sit in industry panels and hear people repeat Marcus's lies about you. Can't pretend I don't think about you constantly. Imani's breath caught. I'll send the term sheet to your lawyer. Chris stepped back, put distance between them. No pressure. If you'd rather find funding elsewhere, I understand. But Imani, he met her eyes. You deserve someone in your corner. Even if that someone is a Coleman. She should have left. Should have walked out and never looked back. Instead, she heard herself say, I need air. She pushed through the door into the hallway. The walls closed in. Her chest felt tight. Footsteps behind her. Imani, wait. His hand caught her wrist. Gentle. She spun around. And that's when he said it. When 3 years of silence broke open, Imani stares at him. His confession hangs in the air between them like something alive. Dangerous. You don't get to say that. Her voice shakes. You don't get to stand here and tell me you've been thinking about me when your brother destroyed my life. I know. You don't know anything. She tries to pull away, but his hands slide to her waist. Hold her gently. She could break free if she wanted. She doesn't want to. Marcus told investors I was unstable. Told them I stole from him. I lost everything, Christopher. My company. My reputation. My ability to trust anyone. I know. His voice cracks. I watched it happen. I tried to help quietly. Tried to connect you with other VCs. Tried to counter the rumors. But I should have done it publicly. Should have called him out. I was a coward. Why didn't you? Because he's my brother. Chris closes his eyes. And I thought I owed him loyalty. I was wrong. Families shouldn't protect monsters. The word lands hard. Monster. He called his own brother a monster. Imani's hands are still gripping his shirt. Her fingers won't release. I can't do this. I can't work with you. I can't take your money. I can't be around anyone with your last name. Okay. He doesn't let go. Then tell me to leave you alone, and I will. Tell me you feel nothing, and I'll walk away. I'll still fund your company through a third party. Anonymous infestor. You'll never have to see me again. Her throat closes. Say it. Tell him to go. The words won't come. I hate you, she whispers instead. I know. I hate your whole family. I know. This is the worst idea in the history of terrible ideas. Probably. His thumb traces her waist through the burgundy silk. The touch burns. But I'm standing here anyway. Because 3 years is long enough to stay quiet. Because watching you rebuild yourself has been the most beautiful and painful thing I've ever witnessed. Because you deserve to know someone sees you. Imani really sees you. She looks up. His hazel eyes are so close. Honest. Wrecked. One dinner, she hears herself say. You want to prove you're not Marcus? Prove it. One dinner. Neutral territory. We talk about the investment like professionals. Something like hope flickers across his face. When, tomorrow night, 7, I'll pick the restaurant. She finally releases his shirt, steps back. Her body immediately misses his warmth. She ignores it. And Christopher, if you're playing some long game for your brother, if this is strategy, I will destroy you, professionally and personally. I've got nothing left to lose. I'm not playing anything. He straightens, runs a hand through his dark hair. I'll see you tomorrow. She walks toward the elevator, doesn't look back. Her reflection in the steel doors shows flushed cheeks, bright eyes. She looks alive for the first time in 3 years. The elevator descends. Her phone buzzes. Jasmine, how'd it go? Jasmine, her best friend since college. The only person who stayed when Marcus burned everything down. Imani types back. He's giving me the money. Jasmine, YSSS Queen. Celebration dinner tonight? Imani hesitates. Then types, can't. Business dinner tomorrow with the investor. 3 dots appear. Disappear. Appear again. Jasmine, with Christopher Coleman? Girl, please tell me you're not. Imani, it's just business. Jasmine, it's never just business with a man who looks at you the way he looked at you at that tech conference last year. I saw him watching you during your panel. That man is gone. Imani closes her text, steps out into Seattle rain. It soaks through her blazer immediately, but she doesn't care. She just agreed to dinner with her ex's brother, the brother of the man who destroyed her. Her mama is going to lose her mind. Actually, she's not telling her mama. Not yet. Maybe not ever. Her phone buzzes again. Unknown number. Where's something comfortable tomorrow? The restaurant I'm thinking of is casual. And Imani? Thank you for giving me a chance. She stares at the text. He got her number. Of course he did. Probably had it for 3 years. Against every logical instinct, she smiles. The restaurant is a small Ethiopian place in Capitol Hill. Warm lighting. Injera bread and rich spices filling the air. Not what Imani expected from a Coleman. Chris stands when she arrives. Dark jeans. Navy sweater. Casual. He looks nervous. You said comfortable. She gestures to her own jeans and cream sweater. I wasn't sure you knew what that meant. He laughs. Actually laughs. The sound does something dangerous to her chest. My family thinks Olive Garden is adventurous. I want it somewhere real. Somewhere you might actually enjoy. They sit. Order. The silence stretches, but it's not uncomfortable. He asks about her platform. She explains the AI framework. He asks smart questions. Sees connections she hadn't considered. His mind works fast. Sharp. You're good at this, she says finally. The VC thing. I thought maybe you just rode your family name. I did at first. He tears off injera bread. But Marcus always got the attention. The golden child. I had to actually work to prove myself. Turns out I'm decent at pattern recognition. Seeing potential before others do. Is that what I am? Potential? His eyes meet hers. You're everything. The food arrives. Dorovat. Kitfo. Gomen. She watches him eat with his hands like he's done this before. No chrysotashin. No performance. How do you know about this place? She asks. I lived in Addis Ababa for 2 years. After grad school. Worked with startups there. He smiles. Best food I've ever had. This place comes close. She didn't expect that. Didn't expect any of this. Tell me something. Imani says, the truth. Why did you really want to invest in me? Chris sets down his fork. Wipes his hands. Honest answer? Always. Because 3 years ago, at that conference where Marcus announced his company, I saw you in the hallway after. You were on the phone with your lawyer. You thought you were alone. And you weren't crying. You were planning. I heard you say, I'll build it better. I'll build it right. And I'll make sure everyone knows the truth. He leans forward. That's when I knew. You weren't broken. You were sharpening your blade. And I wanted to be there when you won. Her throat tightens. She remembers that call. Remembers feeling so alone. I wasn't alone, she whispers. No. His hand moves across the table. Stops just short of touching hers. You never were. She should pull back. Should remember who he is. Whose brother he is. Instead, her fingers close a distance. Touches. The contact is electric. 3 years of watching each other from across rooms. 3 years of what if. This is crazy, she says. Completely. Your family will hate it. They already think I'm the disappointment. Might as well earn it. My mama will have questions. I'd expect nothing less. His thumb traces circles on her palm. Sunday dinners are serious business. She pulls her hand back. Who said anything about Sunday dinners? Imani. He says her name like prayer. I'm not doing this halfway. I'm not playing. If we're doing this, I want all of it. The complications. The family drama. The hard conversations. I want to meet your mama. I want you to meet my sister, who actually has sense. I want real. We haven't even kissed. The words hang there. Her face heats. Chris stands. Drops cash on the table. Come on. Where? Somewhere we can fix that. She should say no. Should be smart. Should protect herself. She takes his hand instead. They walk through Capitol Hill. Rain starts falling. Soft. Steady. He pulls her under an awning outside a closed bookstore. City lights reflect in puddles. The street is empty. Last chance, he says quietly. Tell me to stop, and I will. Tell me this is just business, and I'll keep it professional. But Imani, if you let me kiss you, I'm all in. No half measures. No backing out when it gets hard. She reaches up, cups his face. Christopher Coleman, shut up and kiss me. He does. The world tilts. His mouth is soft and desperate and perfect. She tastes 3 years of want, of watching, of wishing. When they break apart, both breathing hard, he presses his forehead to hers. We're in so much trouble, she whispers. Best trouble I've ever been in. 3 weeks later, everything falls apart. Imani is in her office when Jasmine bursts through the door. Her best friend's face is pale. She's holding her phone like it might explode. Please tell me you haven't seen this yet. Imani's stomach drops. Seen what? Jasmine turns the phone around. TechCrunch article. The headline destroys her. Coleman brothers and BidTO control Washington AI. Inside source claims elaborate takeover scheme. The room spins. Imani reads. Each word is a knife. According to anonymous sources close to Coleman Ventures, Christopher Coleman's investment in Imani Washington's AI platform is part of a coordinated effort with his brother Marcus Coleman to gain control of Washington's revolutionary code. Chris gets close to her, gains her trust, then they squeeze her out together, the source claims. It's the same playbook Marcus used before, just with better optics. Her hands shake. She keeps reading. The article details their dinners, their relationship. Someone's been watching them. Someone knew about the kiss outside the bookstore, knew about the Sunday dinner where Chris met her mama, knew everything. Her phone rings. Chris. She declines. It rings again. Declines. Text message. Imani, please let me explain. This isn't what it looks like. Another text. I'm coming to your office. Jasmine sits beside her. What do you want to do? I want to throw up. Imani closes her eyes. I want to go back 3 weeks and tell myself I was right the first time. Coleman men destroy everything they touch. You don't know it's true. Don't I? Imani stands, paces. He's a Coleman, Jazz. This is what they do. They get close. They make you trust them. Then they take everything. Her office door opens. Chris walks in. He looks wrecked. Hair messy like he's been running his hands through it. Eyes desperate. Get out. Imani says, not until you hear me. He closes the door behind him. That article is a lie. All of it. I don't know who talked to TechCrunch, but it wasn't anyone from my firm. Someone setting us up. Convenient. Imani, please. He steps closer. She steps back. The movement clearly guts him. I love you. I'm in love with you. Have been for 3 years. Why would I destroy the only thing that matters to me? Because you're a Coleman. Her voice breaks. Because this is what your family does. Marcus got my code. Now you get my trust. My company. Everything I rebuilt. That's not true. Then explain the article. Explain how someone knew about every single private moment we've had. Explain how they knew about Sunday dinner with my mama. Chris goes still. What did you say? Sunday dinner. The article mentions it. How would anyone know unless you told them? His face changes. Hardens. I need to make a call. Don't you dare walk away from me right now. I'm not walking away. He pulls out his phone. Dials. I'm fixing this. Marcus, we need to talk. Now. Your office. 20 minutes. He hangs up, looks at Imani. Come with me? Why would I do that? Because I'm about to burn every bridge with my family for you. And I want you to see it. I want you to watch me choose you over everything. His voice is raw, honest. But if you can't trust me, if this is too broken, tell me now. Tell me we're done, and I'll still fix this. I'll still clear your name. But I need to know, Imani, do you believe me or not? Jasmine stands. I'll drive. Chris looks at her. I'm not talking to you. Boy, you're about to confront your backstabbing brother with my best friend in tow. I'm absolutely coming. Jasmine grabs her keys. Besides, somebody needs to film this for evidence. Imani, get your purse. We're ending this today. Imani looks at Chris. Really looks. His hands are shaking. His eyes are red. He looks terrified, not of confrontation, of losing her. If you're lying to me, she says quietly, I will destroy you. I know. He holds out his hand. I'm not lying. She takes it. Marcus Coleman's office is glass and steel. 20th floor. Seattle sprawling below. He's on the phone when they walk in. Sees Chris. Sees Imani. His expression shifts from surprise to something uglier. He ends the call. This is unexpected. You leaked to TechCrunch. Chris doesn't sit. Doesn't pretend. You told him I was working with you. Marcus leans back in his chair. Smiles. I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't lie to me. You're the only person who knew about Sunday dinner. I told you at Mom's birthday last week. Mentioned I'd met someone's family. You asked questions. I was stupid enough to answer. So I knew you were dating. That doesn't mean I talked to press. Marcus's eyes slide to Imani. Hello, by the way. You look good. Rebuild your company yet or still playing victim? Watch your mouth. Chris's voice drops. Dangerous. Jasmine pulls out her phone. Starts recording. Marcus notices. You should put that away. I should post this live. Jasmine doesn't lower the phone. Let everyone see what kind of man you really are. Chris, get your girlfriend's friend under control. Answer the question, Marcus. Did you leak to TechCrunch? Chris moves closer to the desk. Did you try to destroy Imani's reputation again? I protected our family. Marcus stands. You're embarrassing us. Dating her, investing in her little revenge project, making us look weak. Someone had to stop it. The admission hangs in the air. You just confessed. Imani's voice shakes. You just admitted it on camera. Marcus's face changes. He looks at Jasmine's phone. Back at Chris. That recording is inadmissible. Washington is a two-party consent state. I don't care about court. Chris pulls out his own phone. Opens email. I care about the truth. I'm forwarding this recording. I'm forwarding this recording to every tech journalist in Seattle. To our board. To Mom and Dad. Everyone gets to see exactly who you are. You wouldn't. Watch me. Chris hits send. The whoosh sound echoes in the quiet office. I'm also releasing a statement, explaining that you stole Imani's original code 3 years ago, that I have documentation proving it, emails, timestamps, code repositories, everything. Marcus goes pale. You're bluffing. I've been collecting evidence since you launched. I kept hoping you'd do the right thing. Confess. Make it right. But you just kept lying. Kept hurting her. So now the truth comes out. All of it. You'll destroy Coleman Ventures. Our family name. You already did that. Chris's voice is cold. Final. I'm just making sure everyone knows it was you, not us. I'm resigning from a firm. Starting my own fund. And my first investment is Imani's company. Full Series B. Better terms than before. No strings. Imani stares at him. He's burning everything. For her. Marcus laughs. Bitter. You're choosing her over family. I'm choosing honesty over corruption. There's a difference. Chris takes Imani's hand. And yeah, I'm choosing her. Every single time. Because she's better than all of us combined. Dad will disown you. Let him. Chris turns toward the door. Stops. Looks back. You know what the saddest part is? I used to look up to you. Wanted to be like you. Took me years to realize you're not successful because you're smart. You're successful because you steal from people more talented than you. That ends today. They walk out. Jasmine still recording. Mark is standing frozen behind his desk. The elevator ride down is silent. Imani can't speak. Can't process. Outside, rain falls steady. Chris finally lets go of her hand. Turns to face her. I meant every word, he says quietly. If you still won't walk away, I understand. But I needed you to see. Needed you to know I'd choose you. Over money. Over family. Over everything. Imani looks at Jasmine. Her best friend nods. Permission. Trust. Your mama is going to kill you. Imani whispers. Probably. Chris steps closer. Worth it. She kisses him. Right there on the sidewalk. rain soaking through their clothes, Jasmine cheering beside them. When they break apart, Imani smiles. Let's build something real. Already started. 6 months later, the tech headlines tell a different story. Washington AI closes Series B at $15 million. Coleman Ventures faces federal investigation for IP theft. Marcus Coleman resigns amid scandal. But Imani doesn't read the headlines anymore. She's too busy building. Her team has doubled. The platform launched 3 weeks ago. Fortune 500 companies are calling. Everything she dreamed about 3 years ago is finally happening. On her terms, with her code, her vision. Chris started Coleman Hayes Ventures. Just him and his college roommate. Small fund. Focus on founders other VCs overlook. Women, people of color, immigrants, the underdogs. His father hasn't spoken to him since the TechCrunch statement. His mother calls sometimes. Careful conversations. She's trying. It's something. But his sister Maya drives up from Portland twice a month. She and Imani have coffee. Talk about everything except the family drama. Maya says Chris seems lighter now. Happy. Free. Tonight is Sunday dinner at Imani's mama's house. The smell of fried chicken hits them before they reach the door. Collard greens. Mac and cheese. Cornbread cooling on the counter. Chris carries sweet potato pie. He learned to make it from a YouTube video. It's not perfect, but he's getting better. There's my favorite son. Imani's mama, Patricia, pulls Chris into a hug. She's decided he's family. It happened sometime around week 3, when he showed up to fix her garbage disposal without being asked. Mama, he's your only son, Imani reminds her. Details. Patricia waves her hand, takes the pie, examines it. Getting better. Crust is almost right. Next time, more butter. Yes, ma'am. Imani's brother Devin is already at the table. Her Aunt Lorraine, her cousin Jasmine, and Jasmine's new girlfriend. The house is loud. Full. Alive. They sit. Pass plates. Chris serves Imani first. Then her mama. Then everyone else. Devin noticed at the first dinner. Told Imani later that any man who serves the women first without being told is a keeper. So, Christopher, Aunt Lorraine loads her plate with greens. I saw that article about your brother. Federal investigation. That's serious. Yes, ma'am. It is. You feel bad? Family and all. Chris considers a question. I feel bad he made choices that hurt people. I don't feel bad for telling the truth. Some things matter more than family loyalty. Aunt Lorraine nods. Approves. Your mama's still mad? Getting less mad. Slowly. She'll come around. Mothers always do, especially when she sees how you look at her daughter. Aunt Lorraine smiles. That's the look of a man who knows he's got something precious. Imani's face heats. Chris squeezes her hand under the table. After dinner, they sit on the porch. Summer evening. Seattle actually sunny for once. Imani leans against him, his arm around her shoulders. Thank you, she says quietly. For what? For choosing me, for seeing me, for burning your whole life down when you could have just walked away. Chris kisses her temple. Best decision I ever made. Not even close. Your family will come around eventually. Maybe. Don't care. He tilts her face up. I have everything I need right here. Your family who actually likes me. A business I'm proud of. That's more than most people get. I love you. The words still feel new. Precious. Even though you're a Coleman. Especially because I'm a Coleman who chose better. He grins. Plus my pie skills are improving. She laughs. Kisses him. Tastes sweet potato and promise. Inside, her mama watches through the window, smiles, turns back to the family gathered in her kitchen. Some love stories are easy. Some require burning everything down and rebuilding from ashes. But the ones worth having, those are the ones where someone looks at you and decides you're worth every risk, every sacrifice, every hard conversation and painful choice. Chris Coleman looked at Imani Washington and decided she was worth everything. And she looked back and decided he was too. That's the only story that matters. 1 year later, Imani stands on stage at TechCrunch Disrupt. Her company just announced Series C, $50 million. Valuation past $200 million. In the front row, Chris watches, pride written all over his face. Next to him, his mother. She came. It's progress. Imani's mama sits on the other side, wearing her Sunday best on a Thursday. Patricia and Chris's mother have coffee sometimes now, comparing notes on their stubborn children. After presentation, Chris meets her backstage, pulls her close. "I told you," he whispers. "I told you the world would see what I saw." She kisses him. "We built this together." "No," he smiles. "You built this. I just had the privilege of watching and loving you while you did." 3 years ago, Marcus Coleman tried to destroy her. Today, Imani Washington stands on top of the world she rebuilt. And the man beside her, he's not her savior, not her rescuer. He's her partner, her choice, her person. Sometimes the best revenge is building something beautiful with someone who sees your worth. Sometimes love means burning down the wrong life to build the right one. And sometimes, just sometimes, a Coleman gets it right.